Hey, what's going on, champs? I'm Aaron Deliosa. Welcome to an Immigrant's Life podcast, my podcast about immigrants and immigration and everything in between. Thank you for listening and downloading the show, and thank you for supporting my dad.
Welcome back, Immigrant Nation. Another week, another new episode. Thank you for being here, wherever and whenever you are listening to this podcast. Your presence is much appreciated. For the ones that are new here, I'd like to welcome you to our community. I hope you like it enough that you will stay and subscribe to the podcast. We are available on all podcasting platforms, even on YouTube. After subscribing, I'd also appreciate if you could leave us a short and sweet review and a 5-star rating. That's the best way to help us share these beautiful stories of these amazing individuals to more listeners. So please do. And if you want to reach out to the podcast about any questions and concerns, you can check out our social media accounts. Our handle is @AnImmigrant'sLife, or you can email us at @AnImmigrant'sLife@yahoo.com. And that is the biz. Now, let's talk about the episode. Actually, before we talk about the episode, I just want to say a short disclaimer. As much as this podcast is a loose conversation with our guest, I still like to keep some journalistic integrity. So when I recorded this episode with a guest, there's some parts of me that question the accuracy of his memory. And I think he didn't take that kindly. It might not show on the audio, but trust me, this episode is probably one of the most intense and awkward conversations I ever had with a guest. Having said that, it made me hesitant to release the episode at all. But something told me that I should, so I am releasing it. Also, I want you, my listeners, to be the judge of this week's guest story. I think I've said enough. So, without further ado, let's get into the show. Isa, dalawa, tatlo. Today's guest is a best-selling author that escaped the land of four seasons so he may bloom in the Big Apple. Everyone, please welcome Burak Yilmaz.
Hi, everyone.
What's going on, Burak? Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Good. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. How are you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm excited to do this.
Me too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, before we get into the nitty-gritty, as they say, why don't you tell the Immigrant Nation where they can reach you and if you want to promote anything?
Well, they can go to my website, Burak, B as in boy, U R as in Robert, A as in Apple, K as in Kevin, 212.com. And they can add their email. I can reach them and we can start conversations, whatever is necessary. Mm-hmm. Either is helping to someone and helping to another person. I'm always there for. I'm all about inspiring and helping other people, especially if it's like young people who need help and prevent them getting hurt in the future, or be able to guide them and share my experiences.
Definitely. But why did you put 212 on your website?
It's a very good question. I loved it. And Istanbul area code is 212.
Oh,
and so New York.
New York too is 212?
Yeah. So I didn't change my area code. I just changed the countries.
Change the country and change the language.
Yeah, but area code stay the same. So 212. Yep, that's why.
That's beautiful. I love that. That's so clever.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, something must have got me here. I must have that gene a little bit.
Possibly. So you mentioned originally you're from Turkey, but you now live in the city of New York.
Correct.
How was your life in Turkey, and why did you move to the U.S.?
My life was very interesting and ups and downs, mostly downs. a lot of fun that I could say now. And every single day that I live there, every single experience that I have, I'm so grateful for it. Even it seemed like there were bad experiences at that moment, but I was able to take them and turn into something good, which is, again, I said before, that all experiences will help me to help to other people, young people, hopefully in the future. As I said, I am so happy that I grew up in the era that we didn't have Facebook, Instagram, or I'm more grateful now that we have Instagram, so I can actually be able to reach more people and to help them. But that time, how do I explain it? Living day by day, trying to survive the next day, and especially even after my father threw me out, I was like, 17? As a gay guy in Turkey, had no money in my pocket, and from there, learn how to, stay alive at an early age. And it was very hard for me to have dreams or, projects or, dreams. My dreams to stay alive for the next day. That was the dream. Yeah.
You mentioned that your dad thrown you out to the streets. Where was mom? Did she were able to say something or not at all?
But my mom left when I was 5 years old.
Oh.
Yeah. She fell in love with my father's best friend and they ran away. And I basically grew up in foster care, and the stepmother who put me in the ICU settings after beating me up so badly. Yeah, my father wasn't around.
Okay, so you wait. Let me just. I'm a little bit confused here.
A lot.
Yeah.
I know.
So your mom left when you were 5. You stay with dad, right?
Well, not really. My dad was outside of the country working. I thought he was working. That's what he told me. And mostly gambling.
Well, it's working. I don't know if it's a good work, but he's trying to work.
Yeah, he never sent any money. So people were like, I don't take care of you. Like, I grew up in the poor town and we were so poor and no one wanted to have an extra person in their place to feed. And because of that situation, I was door to door. And I remember my grandmother took me to orphanage house and she said, I know. And this conversation happened right before me. And she said, this child have no father, no mother, and I'm not able to take care of him because I'm old. And would you guys take it? They were like, I didn't fit in criteria. So that because I still have family, and they knew. And so that, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we cannot take care of him. And first of all, he's very old for us. I don't know. I didn't even know what that means, but that's what they said. So my grandmother took me back cursing, and oh my God, I can't believe I have to take care of you. We have to find your mother. That's how they found me a stepmother.
They found you a stepmother? How did that work?
My grandmother literally went from neighbor to neighbor if they can find someone to marry her child, her son. So I would be taken care of.
Oh, okay. But was dad home by then, or he was still gambling?
No, he was still gambling. Came, married, and went back.
This guy's a legend.
He is. I should write another book and say if my father was around.
Yeah, if my father stayed.
Stayed, yeah. That would be volume 3.
Yeah. So you live with this stepmom, like, was she living alone or was she with someone?
So they got us an apartment. We started living together, and her stepbrothers moved in with us. So I was living with them. My father was sending us some money. Comes once a year, go back. and I was basically their mate
They beat
at
you
age
up?
of 10. And then when she put me in ICU, they decided to send me to a religious boarding school. They said, here's a child, you can have it, do whatever you want, and educate him so that I could become a religious teacher,
Mm.
teach in the school to give it back. That was going to be my life there.
And what happened?
I was sexually molested and was raped. And
Where?
because,
At the school?
yeah.
Oh, no.
And when I stood up for myself, they threw me out because, they thought it would go viral. And everybody thought that I stole something, so that I was a thief. They threw me out, but I couldn't tell anyone why they threw me out.
Hmm.
So I got the label on me as a thief.
My God.
And from that, my grandmother was like, all right, I guess I'll just have to take care of you. So
Holy crap. This grandma, man. She's like,
I know, because there's something behind it, why they didn't want to take care of me. There's something behind it. I didn't know all those years. When I found out that actually my mom couldn't get pregnant with my father for years, and she, I don't know, they have to read it and tell me.
they have to read the book.
And there's a reason why they didn't want to take care of me. They were like always, I was the outsider, and I was wondering, they're my aunts, my grandma, my father. What's going on here? Why no one wants to take care of me?
Mm-hmm. So I guess you grew up not knowing how to feel loved and be loved.
Correct. And I never learned how to take care of myself. I mean, actually, I learned how to take care of myself, but I never, taking care of someone or, feeling love for someone came to me late in life.
Yeah.
And it says I wrote in the book how I learned it, how I learned how to love myself. And, my message is, I always waited for my parents to love me, and it cost me decades of my life that I always blamed them that I couldn't become something. But when I figured out that I can be my own parent and take care of myself and and my inner child, everything has changed in my life forever in a good way.
Nice. Okay. When your dad throw you out to the streets, where did you stay? Were you just hanging out with people?
On the street. And, people were offering me places to stay, but it was only for one night.
You had a lot of friends?
I had friends, but they're all they have family, and they were like, I can't accept you in my place. I had one friend, and I stayed with them for 2 weeks, and his mom felt bad for me. And and after that, they were like, you gotta go.
Not to mention you're a homosexual in the land that's very conservative.
Yeah, it came very handy. No worries. If you know what I mean.
Oh my God. So I don't mind. I don't know if you mind talking. Did you sell your body
Sometimes for a sandwich.
for a sandwich? The sandwich must be good.
And the other way to good was good too.
So your dad threw you at 17 and you're living in the streets, and I read that you published your book at 22. How did that
Correct.
happen?
Because on the street, I started meeting with a lot of people, a lot of powerful people. When I hit 18, I was able to find a job in a nightclub, exclusive, only for gay people and transvestites.
Okay.
And that I started meeting with these powerful people. One of them, I was always asking, is there any way for me to get out of this club and, working as in a I don't want to say normal job because it just doesn't fit. I just wanted to have a job that I can talk about. I don't want to tell people I'm working in this nightclub as whatever, and sometimes dancing. And it was very taboo in Turkey then. Like I couldn't proud of it. I shouldn't be proud of it because I'm like working and taking care of myself after everything that happened. I should be very proud. I couldn't be proud of it. So luckily I found a job at the publisher as a typer. So I would go to these famous people's houses and, type their stories, bring it to the editor so they would make a book. In the same time, because I was so scared of getting killed any day, I was writing everything down that I was like holding that notebook like my life. If something happened to me, somebody will find it and, and
you're
they
done.
would see what kind of life I had. And the stories, the gay stories, my life stories and everything, I was writing because I couldn't talk to anyone about what happened. I'm like, nobody would believe me. This is crazy. So I wrote it down.
Definitely.
And I didn't know, in the elementary school, I was really good at writing and reading, but I completely forgot about that.
Because you have to survive.
Correct. I completely forgot. When I started working as a publisher, typing the stories, I would start to tweak them, and then give there. And he was like, did they really speak like this? I was like, not really. But when I was typing, I was just like, switched a few things. And they were like, this is really good. And they wanted to see more. One day, they asked me like if I have passion in writing. I said, well, I'm writing, but I'm writing every day. And they said, oh, can I see it? So I showed them. I was like, this is so good. We have to publish this. And I think I'm one of the people who invented self-publishing because nobody wanted to distribute it.
They're scared.
They got scared and they had right to be scared because the book is, oh my God. Even though I was able to hide names and, trying to, because everybody would know those people. So when the book came out, I was like going from the magazines, the newspapers, the cover. I was putting my hair up, posing. But from the behind, because I was so scared that they would see my face, recognize me on the street, they would kill me. So I also used a pen name. All those that I did, I wish I didn't matter because, how this newspapers, the journalists and everything, just like, and especially that time in Turkey, no promises, huh? I was on the live TV channel like that. And we were doing the talk show and I left the TV channel with the handcuffs.
Ooh. You finished the interview and then they pick you up?
Yep.
It's great. Let me backtrack a little bit for me to understand. You working at this bar, gay bar, transgender bar. The police doesn't raid this place? They know it's there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. They just take their money and go back.
Okay. The usual.
Yeah.
All right. So you got handcuffed. Where did they bring you?
The police station.
Okay. And obviously you know why they handcuffed you and arrested you.
Yeah, they broke my nose and a few more things. Nothing, just casual, 3 days of torturing.
Are you
Yeah.
are you comfortable talking about the torture? What kind of torture they did, and what did they say to you?
No, I don't want to go into details.
Okay.
And after that, I knocked the United States consulate door. I said, newspapers, magazines, and here you go. My life is in danger.
Wait, how long did you stay in the prison?
3 days.
3 days. Okay.
I think 3 days. Yeah, I think it was 3 days. I don't know. It was a weird place to figure out how long I was there.
Mm-hmm. So you stayed there for 3 days, and then after that, they released you.
They did with condition.
You stopped being gay.
Yeah, exactly. I wrote it down and I signed it.
Wow. And if they catch you, that's it, right? It's over.
I don't know what happened to those papers. Like, I don't know what they did. They just tried to scare me, I guess. Like, what are they gonna do with what are they gonna do with that papers? Oh, you wrote down you say you were gonna be gay. Now you're gay now. I mean, is that what is this what they're gonna say? Come on.
Definitely. So when they released you, you went straight to the consulate?
I went straight and I got married.
Wait. Let's
I'm
back.
kidding. I'm kidding. When you said straight to the, yeah, I said I'm going to be straight, and I went straight to the United States consulate.
No pun intended, straight. I mean, like, who gave you the idea to go to the consulate?
One of my friends. Yeah, he was coming back and forth, a fashion designer, famous one. And he gave me he said, do this, and then I will be waiting for you in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wasn't comfortable with that. And he came to Istanbul, pick me up, because he was so famous that everybody was, like all the arrow was the target, looking at him. So nobody cared
About you.
who was next. Who was next to him. So with that, I got on the plane.
How did you meet this guy? Through just the lifestyle?
Yeah, I mean, he was the friend of the owner the club that I worked.
Okay.
Yeah, because the owner of the club knew all the famous people, and then I don't know, he liked me so much that we became really good friends.
Did you ever try practicing Islam, or do you still practice, or not at all?
I went to Islamic religion school. I learned Quran from back and forth.
But yeah, you were studying it for survival. But were you really studying it from the heart?
I mean, here's the thing. Religion is something that you take whatever works for you. You don't have to follow all the rules. For me, religion, if that religion is telling you to wake up and do good things for yourself and for other people, I'll take it. If that religion is telling me not to accept this and that because of their, gender identity, or like the skin color, or they're not from the Muslim country, then I won't take that part. It's simple as it is. If every religion says, wake up, do good for yourself and for others, be kind, then I'll take all the religions.
For sure. Yeah.
That's the definition of religion for me.
I like it. Very simple, but very concise.
Yes. Yes. That's why I'm like, I love helping other people. It helps me, helps them. That's why I became a nurse.
Before you became a nurse, you landed in New York. You weren't a nurse. Did your friend make you stay with you, or how was it like?
We came here, and then he helped me to get a place, like a room. in an apartment with other people, and found me a job in Soho in a like high-end boutique. So the second day, I thought I was gonna like have 2 weeks of vacation or something in New York. I'm like, second day, I'm like, oh my God, here I am, I'm working again. I'm like, seriously? And with not a word of English. He put me in that. I started working as a stock guy. You know how they with the headphones they go, can I get a medium? Can I get a small? And somebody brings it. That guy was me. So basically, the first 3 words in English I learned was petite, small, and medium because they didn't have large.
Well, but that's a good thing though, because it throws you in the deep end. Learn English, you have no choice.
I wanted to learn English. I wanted to learn English
Yeah.
so badly, and I learned. I think I learned quickly, but still didn't help me to fail GED twice.
You tried twice?
Three.
3 times. Also, yeah, twice you failed, and then the third time you got it.
I went to beauty school because I thought GED wasn't for me, and then I failed. I mean, I dropped out of beauty school, so I'm a beauty school dropout and twice a GED failure. But then I was able to, sit down and go to Columbia University and take serious GED classes and be able to pass it. Then got into college and graduated with multiple scholarships and honors.
Congratulations.
And then I went to NYU nursing school, also got full scholarship and honors. And now I'm working as a nurse.
Why did you want to be a nurse?
Because when I was a kid, I wanted to become a doctor. I wanted to become a pediatrician because I thought if I become a pediatrician, I have to study health because children are smaller. And when I came here, since my interest was still in medical field, it was all about taking care of the patient. Since I couldn't start medical school, I said, let me start, let me try to be a nurse first. And I'm glad I did because I love being a nurse. I don't know about being a doctor because nurse, I have one-to-one relationship with patients. I don't know if I would have had that if I was the doctor, medical doctor, And I love my job. I love what I do, and I'm damn good at it.
That's awesome. I read that you're trying to pursue as a psychiatric nurse.
We'll see. We'll see about that. But it's just like one of the things that I would love that. But at the moment, everything is changing. So for me to say that, it's really difficult, because I feel like if I can help other people, without giving medications, with their lives and let them get on it and go on, that would be dream come true.
Yeah, for sure. You said that you like helping young people. I'm gonna guess teenagers.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you trying to be a life coach or a mentor of some sort?
I would love to, but because I have mentors, who helped me to get here, and I cannot just be selfish and leave it right there. I would like to give that back to community.
Yeah. Well, are you reaching out to some teenagers, or do you have someone that you are mentoring already?
I have, but because I also, I have mentees from NYU nursing school. I'm trying to help them. And I usually go to high schools and trying to inspire little kids to become nurses.
Oh, how? Like by school or by personal?
No, by school.
Okay.
And, tell them how it feels like be a male nurse or be a nurse. And I tell them maybe they would be inspired. And for now, I feel like I have 3 jobs already,
Which one's your favorite?
all of it. Everything I do is I'm making sure that I'm investing my time for something that I really like. Because I don't want to take someone else's spot because I'm capable of doing that. You know what I mean? I'm sure someone else have that dream to do that job, and I don't want to do it because I want to pay my bills. I did it in the past, right now I'm just following my passion. I don't want to. I'm just trying to invest my time for something that has meaning for me.
Yeah, worthwhile.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if it's makeup and hair.
Do you also do makeup and hair?
I told you I'm like video school dropout.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if you still pursue it.
Not front the cameras, but yeah, sure, it's fun. Makeup and hair is fun. I don't know. I don't see any harm on it. Just don't do drugs.
Are those one of your hobby, makeup and hair, or do you have other
No,
things?
my hobby is usually volleyball and tennis
You play
and hike
volleyball?
and ski.
Yeah, I don't like skiing.
Yeah, we're from Canada.
Yeah, I don't like snow.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, it's just I don't like. I'm trying to like it, but it's still a struggle.
Well, if you're trying to like it, just drop it.
No, I'm pushing myself to like it.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I mean, you're
slowly.
trying to be good at it, or you're trying to like it. There's a big
Oh
difference.
no, not skiing. I'm not trying skiing, but like to be outside more when it's winter.
I see. I got it.
Yeah, because somebody told me like the best way to enjoy it is you have to be out there and experience it.
So, what background did you pick?
Oh, Istanbul,
Of course.
of course, home, right? Have you been back?
My home is the world. The world is my home. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But have you been back to Istanbul since you left?
Maybe.
Why maybe?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you go back?
I have all my memories there, good or bad, and I feel that there are a lot of people need help, and it's one of my projects to, if I have like bigger platform and maybe let's say TEDx or like that will open my door. And there are a lot of people need help, and I would love to be the ambassador between continents. Try to help those kids, and it's a brutal culture sometimes. I don't want them to go through what I went through or worse. And I tried to commit to suicide just because I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't want to leave another day and try to survive. But it didn't go well. And
Thank God.
yeah.
You mentioned earlier that you had to teach yourself to love yourself. What was the breaking point, and what was the that made you realize how to love yourself? Was there someone that made you feel that, or taught you to love yourself?
Yeah, when I went to psychiatric mental health hospital for a month in 2009, they, therapy after therapy, and there I learned how to love myself and move forward. Those people saved my life because I tried to commit that twice.
You suck. Stop doing it. You suck. You're not good.
Maybe because I really didn't want it. No, the second time I actually didn't try, but I watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
And I didn't do it. Instead of that, I called for help and I checked into hospital because if I tried it, I probably this time I would have success. I would have succeed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did you have anyone in your life that kind of guiding you towards the positive side of life or the good path, as they say, or you didn't have anyone at all?
No, I didn't. I had, I knew people, but nobody. They just took me to the hospital and then, said to me, "Don't do it again."
When you check into that rehab psychiatric facility, how old were you?
29.
29. That's what I mean. Like at
Oh
that
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't live in a place like that, just like by yourself and go do you. You pair with someone to help you to succeed with your mental recovery.
Did anyone push you, or you just realize I need help here and I need to go somewhere?
Oh no. I went to a doctor. My doctor was like, I'm gonna give you this brochure just to keep it on the side, like she knew what I was going through, but she couldn't say it because it's kind of like you cannot tell someone, oh my God, you're depressed. I don't like the way you're acting. Like you need to go to, that's just like so wrong. It's kind of like self-diagnosed. So, and I was so depressed and I just couldn't move anymore longer. And I was just like taking showers and staying home and doing nothing and feeling sorry for myself. And so I saw the brochure. I made a phone call, the best phone call I've ever done in my life.
Did they pick you up, or you had to go to the place?
They came and picked me up. I couldn't go. I really couldn't go.
Why? Do you think it's a failure if you go?
I just couldn't. I couldn't leave the home.
Because
And
the depression is too heavy?
I just couldn't get up. I couldn't even brush my teeth or take a shower. I was just like so done.
When you moved to New York, I'm sure you were excited and full of life somehow. What triggered this depression again?
Working in nightclubs and not having proper diet, not nutrition, and working in one of the highest high-end clubs in New York, and then hang out after the work and come home, depression, and do it again. Come home, depression, do it again. So at one point, I just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah.
And you didn't have anyone like a positive, I don't know, a positive person in your life that could like, hey, Burak, you gotta stop doing this. They're all.
I did. But whatever they say, I'm like, I'm doing fine. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like for me to admit that I wasn't doing well, it was very difficult because I didn't want to show any weakness, even though they were seeing it. But I felt like I was hiding it.
What made you make that phone call?
I was planning to commit to suicide. That's what made me I said, before we do that, let's try this method. And I said, if that doesn't work, I'll come home and kill myself. I wasn't joking. No, I'm not joking. That's exactly what I said.
I believe you. I just laugh at the dark. I laugh at the darkness.
Yeah. My best joke comes from my darkness.
How long did you stay at the rehab?
1 month.
When you initially did the therapy, did you believe it, or you just like going with the movement?
I'm just going with the movement.
When did it happen that I should start believing this? This is good. This is helping me.
There. I started feeling happy, started laughing, started making jokes, um, making people laugh, and I felt the light again.
Mm.
And I was like, oh my God, I can, laugh again. And it was, it was, and that was the turning point for me. See myself laughing again. And I've been so long that I didn't know. I forgot how to laugh.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A lot of people says that it's easy to change your life, but to sustaining is the challenge.
I don't know. To ask those people.
So how do you sustain? How do you sustain yourself from going back to the darkness?
I didn't say I don't go back to darkness. I do, but this time I know how to get out of it. Jokes are the best medicine, I guess. Staying connected. As I said, helping someone helps me because I know that I'm I'm accountable for them, and I want to, I want to play the way I want to practice the way that I want to play. So if I practice, then that's how I play. Same as volleyball or tennis. You just play. You play the way you practice.
When did you write the second book? After this bout with the facility?
Yeah, I start writing again.
Was there someone that told you or suggested to you that, hey, why don't you start writing again?
I don't ask those people. I don't know. I don't ask those questions. But everybody wanted to know about the first book. And I was like, okay, so here's something from the first book, and then continues with the second book.
Which book was the hardest to write? The first one or the second one?
Both. I mean, no. Let's change that. They were not hard to write. Writing the easiest part. It comes to me naturally. Only part that was very difficult for me, translating the first book into second book, that I had to revisit that memories, was very difficult for me. And especially there was one part that I just couldn't pass. It took me so long to be able to actually sit down and write that part. It was so painful. So painful.
And then you finally did write it.
I wrote it, and then when I had to edit it, I was like, alrighty, here we go again. I have to pass this part because I don't know how the readers are going to pass that part, but it's really, I can't even talk about it.
We don't have to.
Yeah, like there were parts that where it was very difficult to write, edit, put it together. And I hope the readers will enjoy it somehow.
I'm sure they would. It came from the heart.
It came from my soul. Yeah. I left my soul in the book. I only have like three lives left, so.
You used up the two, man. So quick. You gotta save up.
We'll see.
How do you make sure that you are writing accurate memory? Did you corroborate it with someone, or you just sat down and really think hard and just write it down?
What is accurate memory?
Well, there are some books that, like, a great example would be, I believe it's a thousand million pieces, when it became a bestseller, and there was a part of the book. It's a memoir before, and there was a part of the book that he kind of changed the information, and it became a big deal. Going to behind you, Oprah, she was so upset because she put it on her Oprah's book list, and they found out that the author actually changed that part. and it wasn't a memoir at all because he changed that part. That's what I'm trying to say.
How did you figure it out?
How did they figure it out? I guess they went to. I believe the scene was he claimed that he went to the dentist, and because he was a drug addict, he wasn't allowed to use codeine or whatever that helps you don't feel anything. And I guess they went back to the dentist and find out that we did use something. He didn't really went through that with pain.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, it's interesting. And did dentist release this information?
I'm sorry?
And dentist release this information?
Did they release the information? The dentist?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, like I said, you can Google it. It was in Oprah. It was a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah. So you just, like I said, I'm not questioning your memory. I'm just saying, like, how do you make sure? Because people will ask if it's a memoir. It has to be accurate, you know?
I would say nonfiction.
Okay. The first one, was it a memoir as well or nonfiction?
Nonfiction. It's not only me. It's other people, and there are many other stories. It's not only my story.
Okay. Oh, the first one is a collection of short story book?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a novel.
Nonfiction.
Mm-hmm. And the second one, it's a novel as well?
Nonfiction.
Okay, yeah. Okay. But the collection of stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if there's accurate story, not accurate story, you know, in my, like when if there's the part, if someone told me the story and I wrote it down,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't check the facts. I just wrote it because maybe I thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Sure.
There are parts of it, but yeah, I mean, it's not only based on me.
Okay.
The name of the book, If My Mother Never Left, is based most about my mother.
Have you spoken to your mom? Do you have a contact with her, or she just vanished?
Let them find out in the book.
We talked about earlier. Well, you talked about it earlier that there was a part of the book that it was really hard for you to write. Was there a moment that you almost stopped finishing the book and you said to yourself that like I cannot write this down?
Yeah. Many times, maybe every night.
What keeps you going and writing it?
People want to know. So people always ask me, what is the story? What is the tea? And for that reason, that I thought they wanted to know more, and I wrote it.
How long did it take you to finish writing the book?
I don't know. I mean, 10 years. I don't know.
10 years? When you start the first word on the second book?
Listen, again, I'm making it clear. I write all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like, I collect it and put it together. So I cannot say, okay, I start writing at this time. There's no such a thing. I start writing since I was born. I'm writing the stories, put it on the paper, put it in the computer, put it in the book. Is that what, I mean, if that's what you're talking about, yes. But I've been writing those stories since I was born.
Okay. So it's a journal.
When I say I write those stories since I was born, I meant I live them. Put it in the paper or in the book is just a matter of fact. So writing is not only doesn't mean just you sit down on the computer. Okay, I'm now going to write. For me, it doesn't mean that I start write as soon as I wake up and to go to bed. I write my stories. I write my future. I write, maybe they're not at the paper at that moment,
Mm-hmm.
but in my head, I'm writing it, or I'm with my actions, with my life, and I'm writing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing. Everybody thinks it's a physical action that you sit down and you put your fingers on the computer and you start typing. That's not writing. That's literally typing. But when people think, they think about a writer or writing someone who writing stories. That's what they think about. For me, it's not a physical process.
Listen, that's a very beautiful statement. I think we're there. Before we close out, do you have any closing remark or you have anything else to say?
Of course, be kind to yourself and to others, because I know it's very cliche sometimes. People always say, and try to remember, if, everybody's going through something. Nobody is waking up off to bed and say, I'm gonna be bad today. For different reasons. But no, I don't think anyone says, I'm gonna get off to bed and I'm going to murder someone. I don't know if people do that, but things happen, like something triggers, and they end up there. And when you ask people, like I watch sometimes it shows, and they say, why did you kill? And they go like, I don't know. And just like be aware and be mindful of your surroundings. That's all.
Amazing. Again, Burak, thank you for coming on the podcast. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Again, Burak, thank you for coming on the podcast. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, listeners, for listening. This is Aaron Deliosa for An Immigrant's Life. I'll see you guys later.